Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you some of the best spots for Haven, mainly just on defense, because that's what really came to mind. It's harder to play spots on attack, but you still can, I guess. But I'm really going to be talking about defensive spots. I'm going to start on C. I'm playing Sage because it doesn't really matter what you play. Again, I say this in a lot of my videos, it doesn't matter what you play, you can still play decent spots on different agents. So, I'm going to start with C, and then we're going to go into Garage. So basically, the first spot that came to mind here in C was this corner right here. So this is gonna be a really good spot for like eco rounds for the most part, or like rounds where you think they're gonna hard push C. Um, the one downside of this spot, well, there's a couple downsides. The main downside is that you're vulnerable from Garage, but one thing I will say is if they do smoke right here, if they smoke this length, then there's a very high chance that the most that will happen in Garage is just one person will lurk into Garage. Uh, if there's no one lurking, then it'll be probably all 5 people will see, because if they smoke that, then that means there's no one coming in from Garage to split. So, or that means there's a high chance of that meaning. And so right here you play like this. People will clear this, but if you're playing with a shorty, you can just sit like this and just wait. And if you hear them running up like right here, you can just peek on them, try to kill a couple. And this is why this spot's really good. This spot is less good because this spot's almost always played. People play this area because it feels like really comfortable. But for that exact reason, people clear this spot more commonly than they'll clear over here. So again, this spot will work only like once or twice, but it's a really good spot. If you don't play right now on Haven, then you should play it. So yeah, this is another spot right here. This is just called Logs. And this is good for, you can kind of tuck yourself away here. And a lot of time what will happen, people will run up and then they'll kind of be focused on like backside, but you can catch them in the side. They'll often see you. They'll still be able to get the kill on them, and then maybe even more here. Also from Logs, you can go up here. So I wouldn't say this is really good if you're holding CT mainly, but I wouldn't hold this obviously. So next good spot for C, and this is gonna be I think the last one. It's gonna be this spot right here. Again, this is gonna be a little dangerous. I'm pretty sure even if you sit like this, they'll be able to see you from Garage. Maybe not actually. I'm not sure. But this spot's really good. You can hold Garage, but I like to do this whenever I know they're coming out C long, because it's kind of like if they don't see you, then you have a little bit of an advantage here. You can also fight Cubby like this. You can also sit back here, but I think that spot's a little better. So next we go into Garage. There's a few spots in Garage. This would be the equivalent of playing in here on C, except the C spot is a little less commonly played. So this spot is definitely pretty commonly played. Another play you can do is just sit on this side of the door. These two spots and right here, these spots are all like pretty risky, pretty aggressive plays, but they're pretty good plays you can do. So yeah. Because the problem is people will shoot these doors out if they're smart, and then you'll be at risk, and they'll often just clear this. So another thing you can do is play this box. This box is probably the worst spot you can play in Garage in my opinion. I don't know, it's really awkward because if they come C, then you're quite vulnerable. And also I can shoot you through this box. My favorite spot for Garage is to come up on this, and then just kind of wait. You can also just sit right here, but you have a chance of getting spammed through the wall, but that usually won't happen in low rank, so you can just sit here, kind of wait. You don't really need to peek this. It's just kind of death right here. So you just kind of sit here, wait, jiggle a little bit, and then they come in Garage, you can just shoot them right here, and then sometimes you'll catch people even jumping up here, and they'll be looking that way. So free kill there. So moving on to B site. My favorite spot, I'm playing Sage here, but usually Sages wall this. Another thing you can do is wall like this, but of course this is very Sage specific, so I don't know, I just thought I'd show you that. But my favorite spot for B on any agent is right here. And this is just because, like, whenever you come in here, this is kind of like going into mid on ascent. You have to clear one of these two angles here, and you have to make a choice, right? And you also a risk of these two links. So you can clear the links before you you come in, but then you have to choose like this and this here, or this side. And people will often, I don't know. I think they'll just clear one, like they'll just clear like that, because they're like, oh, there's an element on the enemy team, so they must be up there, right? No, that's not really how it works. So, there's like basically a 50-50, and if you're Jett, you can play up there, you can play up here, and then you can swap it up. You can still play this spot as well. So this spot's really good. I like it. Other than that, like I said, you can go up there if you actually have the ability to get up there. I think you could wall his Sage like this actually and get up there. Yeah, so if you're Sage, if you're Omen, if you're Jett, if you're Raze, if you're someone else, then this spot's pretty good. If you're like giving up B, you can play there for retake. Just kind of listen. So yeah, there's not much for B though. So moving on to A site. My favorite spot for defending short is like right here. You can play it super tight, but I would suggest out a little bit. And what this does is basically people, whenever they come out from short, will often neglect to clear this corner, and they'll just kind of look up here, be like, there's one backside, and then, you know, they're clearing, maybe they're even clearing well, and then they'll even clear this, but they won't clear this. But sometimes people will clear you. If they do, you just kill them. If they don't, you have good trigger discipline, you kill like 3, or you can kill the first one, swing on the short guys, and shoot them as well. Another really good spot is right here. This is especially good if you can get someone to smoke this for you. This spot is probably cleared much more often, but still, like, if you imagine coming up long, what are you worried about? You're worried about here and here. So, like, checking there isn't like a top priority necessarily, especially if the enemy team knows someone's playing like backside or heaven. So yeah, this spot. And then I was gonna say that, but that's the same as this, so you can just kind of mirror what I just said then, and then maybe have them smoke short. But this another spot is just backside. This is really good. You can jiggle long. You have a lot of potential to play with here. For if you're getting sight, you can sit here like this. If you're holding for the spike's down, like for example, now you're just waiting for people to push in. Only thing you have to be careful of is flank and short, and then you can hold like this and this. This is really good. And I guess we can go ahead and go to A attack. Nah, that's actually not what this video is going to be about. There's not many spots I can really show you. I show you a couple things on mid though. So this spot here, if you push down mid on defense or even on attack, it doesn't really matter. There's just this spot in general is really good. So if you crouch, people can't see your head here, and the only thing you have to worry about really is a drop from here, assuming your team has control of B. And yeah, so let's see what else here. This is another like really cheese spot. This is good if you know enemies play quite aggressive. You can just sit here and wait on attack and see if they, because like, say you tell your team to go make noise C, and then the enemy team thinks it's a hard C push, then sometimes enemies will be gullible enough to push through here again, even though it's just a fake for you to get the kill, and then, you know, you can leave. It depends what rank you're in, if your team actually listens to you to do that though. So yeah, but I think I'll make it a little bit of a shorter video. Hopefully this is useful, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any other video ideas or anything like that, and I'll leave the Discord in the description as per usual.